Well, Your Excellencies, when I saw the way His Excellency the Governor of Kaduna danced to the music, I started negotiating with YJ to come back on stage later. And so, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I know those who perform on stage on Broadway will tell you that there's nothing greater than a very hot stage. This stage is hot, and only governors that can cope with the hotness. So we shall be moving into the governors panel now. Let me first and foremost welcome here one of those men globally that has been acclaimed as being able to predict global economic trends. He is currently the Chief Economic Advisor to the Mayor of London, an author, an intellectual, and one of the finest brains in global economic affairs. Let me welcome here our moderator, Dr. Gerard Lyons. We shall be having 3 governors share their views on pension and other issues on development. Let me first and foremost welcome here the man that has been known as the #1 agent of urban renewal. His stint as FCT Minister has never been forgotten by residents of this wonderful place. Now he's doing the same in Kaduna, and after 4 years, I understand Dubai will be a lesser thing to Kaduna. I'd like to welcome here His Excellency the Governor of Kaduna State, Malam Nasiru El-Rufai. Somebody once wrote about him. They said, Kaduna people said, Governor, you're a good driver, but you're driving too fast. I welcome you, Your Excellency. Let me also welcome His Excellency the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, Mr. Domo Manuel, to also step forward here. And then the Governor of Kebbi State, distinguished Senator Abubakar Bagodu, to also step forward here. So I'll be using space to the moderator.
Well, good evening. It's a great pleasure, great honor to be here. I must admit, when I arrived in Abuja on Sunday, I was slightly confused because everyone said, welcome to the capital of Nigeria. And I live in London, and I always assumed that London was the capital of Nigeria. We meet so many people from Nigeria in London, and they're always welcome. But it's been a great honor and great pleasure to have been here over the last few days. And before I ask the governor some questions, I just wanted to say a few thank yous. A thank you to PEMCOM, and indeed congratulations to them on helping organize such a great conference, and indeed congratulations on their first decade. Thank you to the Director General, Chinola. I've shared many photographs with her over the last 24 hours. She's a much better image than I am in the photos. And I also like to thank Dragon Africa for helping organize things, and in particular for doing so much on the media side. And in particular, well done to the 2 Flying Dutchmen, Eric and Harry, for putting together such a fantastic 2 days on the whole interesting topic of pensions, and indeed to all the speakers, panelists, and the participants. It's been a really great, exciting 2 days, and it's a wonderful opportunity to round things off on a high with this evening's gala, and in particular with this panel. So we're setting things off with a bang, clearly. Now, I'd like to, maybe we can play it interactively, but I would like to maybe, because not everyone in the room may be fully aware of the success stories in your states, etc. But maybe if I could begin by asking each of you to give a very brief profile of your state and the things you'd like to highlight very succinctly. Maybe if I can begin with you, Your Excellency.
Thank you. I would like to begin by congratulating PEMCOM for an excellent conference, and gratitude for inviting us to share our experiences. I am from Kaduna State. Kaduna State is the 3rd largest state in Nigeria. It contains some 8 million people, and our public service has about 100,000 employees, out of which about half, 50,000, are teachers and healthcare workers. and the rest involved in general administration and so on. When we got sworn in May this year, we inherited pensions and gratuity deficit of 14.3 billion unfunded. We're still grappling on how to resolve that. But we also inherited a partly funded defined contribution scheme that has some 4 billion naira. What we have done with the guidance of PENCOM is to draft a new pensions reform law for Kaduna State that will go before the State Assembly tomorrow, actually. The State Executive Council approved it just yesterday. That will strengthen the pension regime in Kaduna State to be consistent with the provisions of the Pensions Reforms Act of 2014. So we've updated our pension law, and we're also strengthening the extent of contributions to the Retirement Benefits Fund to take care of those that will continue to be paid from the pay-as-you-go system. So on the whole, we think that in about 7-8 years, our pension fund will be, our pension will be fully funded, would have covered the deficit, and perhaps with the support of PENCOM, will do even more. So that's in brief the situation in Kaduna State. We are slightly luckier than other states because we did not inherit salary arrears and other issues that other states face. But that is a brief of what we've done in Kaduna State. Thank you.
Great. We'll come back in more detail. Now, Akwa Ibom, I must say, from where I sit, is one of the hidden treasures of Nigeria. Fantastic airport, seaport. People tell me it's like the Caribbean as well, so I'd love to visit it one time. But Your Excellency, tell me about your exciting state and the message you'd like to get across to the audience.
Thank you, Gerard. Let me join also to extend a whole lot of congratulations to PENCOM. It's been an exciting experience since yesterday from the opening. Well, Akwa Ibom State is just 28 years, created 23rd September 1987, with the entire landmass of about 8,412 square kilometers. Very exciting state as you put across. Vegetation that allows you plant all year round, evergreen, a whole lot of natural resources, with a coastline of about 129 kilometers, as it seems that's the longest in the Gulf of Guinea, with a natural deep sea port, with about 17.3 meters drought. A whole lot had been done in terms of infrastructure. It's a state just founded on 3 pillars of development. We believe the source of those development will be road, air, and water. Then back to pension. We've been running defined benefit scheme over the years. We're just in the process of drafting a new pensions law that will actually tie up with the Pensions Act of the country. When we took over government, May 29 this year, we did not have so much in terms of arrears of pension at the state level, but we had some left at the local government level. In order for the pension law and the awareness to sink in the minds of the people, what we did was the state government had to come to the aid of the local government